Did you know that to live well after 50, you can use 10 pearls? I'm going to share those 10 pearls with you today. This is Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny. And for my birthday, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating still being here. I'm celebrating being here vibrantly and thriving while I'm here. And so today we're celebrating with the 10 pearls for living well after 50, which apply to 30 and 40. And if you don't know it before you get to 50, it's probably a good idea that you take note. So get out your pens and your pencils and take notes, because I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to make sure that my Instagram family is here, and make sure that my Facebook families are live as well. So very good. Yes, they are all here. Okay, let's go. I'm Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny, and I help people move from problems to progress with plant-based solutions. So for my birthday, which at the end, I should hopefully remember to tell you how old I actually am. And actually it doesn't matter if people guess my age. I am just happy to be here, and we're going to get to these 10. We're going to count down from 10 to number 1. So here we go. Let people help you. You know, like, Plant-Based Penny, I thought that you were more about like diet and stuff. But yeah, I am. But I'm about the holistic being. So let people help you. That's your mental and your emotional well-being as well. But there's strength in allowing people to support you on your journey. One person cannot do all things well. And because of that, we have to learn to not try to juggle all the balls in the air ourselves. I know I have been guilty of this along the way. And so if I'm hosting an event, then I might not be the best person to do registration or decorations or something like that. And I have to allow people to operate in their greatness. And so number 10, let people help you. Number 9, know your numbers. And when we say this, or a lot of times when people say this, they're talking about the top 3. They're the blood pressure, your blood glucose, and your cholesterol, knowing your numbers. But Plant-Based Penny wants to also add in there that we should know the numbers as far as our kidney function and our thyroid function, especially ladies. The men should know their BPA, their prostate numbers, and hormone numbers, ladies. That's going to be important for us as well. So knowing where you are as far as your functionality and the range, and are you just normal, you're just in that range, or are you mid-range? So it's important to know not only if the doc says, okay, everything's normal, but are you 0.5 points away from being too high or too low in that category? You need to know so that you can monitor that, so that you can stay in that range. And the numbers matter more as we age. Sure, you may know the numbers when you're in your 20s or 30s, but those numbers are going to change as you get older. So it's important to know that. And it matters more as you get older. And it also affects things like your sleep. It's going to affect your weight. It's going to affect your energy, your mood. You're wondering why your spouse is acting a certain way. It's going to affect your memory. Your numbers and knowing your numbers are going to be very important. Number 8, eat to live. When I was in Singapore, I saw a sign on a wall in a restaurant that says that people don't understand how well good health feels. They just don't understand. And once you experience good health, then and I actually had somebody tell me where was I? Oh, I've had more than one person tell me, but I actually had one of my previous clients tell me that when they went on the fast and when they were eating clean, that they just felt so good. And I know that there's probably some of you out there too Put a 1 in the chat if you felt good when you were eating well and treating your body well. We love it because we feel much better. And so eating to live, because Hippocrates says to let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So we're either feeding disease or we're feeding life with every bite that we're taking with our fork. 45% of the population in the United States is suffering from a chronic disease. And for the African American community, that's going to be 1.5 times even more, 1.5, if not more, sometimes twice as more than non-African American communities. So heart disease is especially prevalent in the African American community, but it is the number one chronic disease across the United States. And not only that, in a lot of countries that I've lived in or traveled to Singapore, lived in Colombia and Panama and Costa Rica. And those countries at one point, actually, while I was in Costa Rica, they got their first McDonald's in Limon, the first McDonald's, first chain fast food restaurant. And the people that in my circle, which was the Plant Forward group and the Holistic Health group, they were not happy about that. And there were a lot of people too, because a lot of people eat from the ground and they nourish from living foods. And they could see the trajectory of the future that was going to happen there if their young people started habitually eating the Western diet, the standard American diet, which is the SAD diet. So in a lot of countries, heart disease was not as prevalent as it is in the United States because they were not eating like we eat, the standard American diet. And as a result, they did not have such high cases of heart disease. But now that more people, there's phones, internet, people see what they think is popular or people are doing. And because of the global economy that we live in, they are also starting to have heart disease, and it's number one globally now. Lifelong learning is number 7. Lifelong learning. Your brain loves to learn because it creates new neural pathways in our body. So that learning might be online learning. It might be a challenge that you take on. It might be a new skill that you learn. Whatever it is, the brain is going to appreciate creating new neural pathways, and that learning process, the lifelong learning, is going to keep and protect your memory. So it's going to help decrease cognitive decline and make sure it doesn't occur sooner than later. It's important to expose ourselves, to read, and to have the learnings, whether it's formal education or something that you're learning on your own. Just continue to learn. Because there's a quote that says, when you stop learning, then you start dying. Number 6 is hydrate well. Hydrate well. Even mild dehydration, 5%, 2%, that's going to impair our cognitive performance. So it's going to affect our mood also. It's going to affect our energy. And according to the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, it is going to be crucial for our concentration and being alert. So drink up. Number 5 is going to be surround yourself with positive people. Yes, positive people. Because energy is contagious. Yes, energy is contagious, and we have to protect our peace. So at some point, we have to cut off or dismiss people who are not feeding our well-being. So it's like a plug, okay? You can either plug it in and be charging, or something can be plugged in and it could be draining the power. So you can find people who are charging you, not draining you. And you will know, I mean, your spirit, your intellect, your intuition, the Holy Spirit, something is going to tell you that this person is taking away and they're not adding to what it is that I am trying to do. So I'm Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny, and I help people move from problems to progress with plant-based solutions. And we're talking about the 10 pearls for living well after 50, although they apply to 40s and 30s as well and on. Today, it is my birthday, and so we're celebrating with these 10 pearls. And so number 5 was to surround yourself with positive people and protect your peace. Number 4 is going to be to move daily. Move daily. So regular movement is going to prevent disability. Regular movement is going to prevent disability, and it's going to help maintain that independence, because you don't want to be dependent on other people if you don't have to be. You really don't. And especially for my men out there, a lot of men are very independent, and they can become severely depressed when they have to depend on other people to help them with their everyday tasks. So everyday movement now, before you reach that point, is going to be crucial for your maintaining your abilities. Number three is sleep is your superpower. Sleep is your superpower, and quality sleep is going to help your body with its immune system and help your body reset and to recover. Resetting and recovering is going to be so important, because our body's immune system, I mean, that's what protects us against all these viruses. And there's new viruses out there that are coming. There are new viruses that are out there, and viruses are going to continue to come. So our body just needs, we're going to catch them. We just are. I mean, you heard it here first on Plant-Based Penny. We're going to catch viruses, but the important thing is that we recover, that we can and we do recover. So help your body. Sleep is your superpower. Go to sleep, and be to sleep by 10 a.m., 10 to 2, not that you only sleep those hours, but be already to sleep by 10 so your body can heal itself and recover between 10 to 2 as much as possible. And we're all thriving, we're all striving. But these are the 10 pearls that you need to live well after 50. Number 2 is don't obsess over other people's opinions. Don't do it. Don't do it. A lot of times we'll hold up a mirror and look at ourselves and say, I want to change that, this, that, the other, this, whatever it might be. But there's a quote that says that we are our own worst critic, because we look at ourselves in the mirror, especially if we're in the mirror naked, and we automatically look at things that we don't like. Am I telling the truth? Put a yes in the chat if I am telling the truth. And a lot of times, I'm especially saying this for my younger generations, we are thinking about what other people might be thinking about us. The beautiful part about being the age that I am now is that I do not care. If I didn't care, I don't care about other people's opinions, about how I look, dress, my hair, the size of my lips, nose, the color of my skin, whatever it might be. I'm coming to you today fresh-faced. I have not dyed my hair, or my hair is not dyed at this point. I am not, I don't have on a full beat. Well, actually, I don't have on any makeup right now. But I am actually not very good at applying it anyway. So I depend on my hydration, my sleep, and my movement to get the blood flowing. My cheeks don't turn red, but the blood flowing is going to help you in living well after 50. So make sure that you do that. And the 10 pearls for living well after 50, the number one is to celebrate your health. Celebrate. Here's to your health. I spent 34 years in corporate America teaching people that assets equal wealth. And now I teach people that health is wealth. And everything builds on that. The African proverb that says that he that has health has hope, and he that has hope has everything. You don't have a problem until you have a health problem. And then that is the number one focus in your life. Put health in the chat if you believe that. Once you have a health problem, that is your one and only main problem. It takes up a lot of rental space in your head, and it's going to take up a lot of the space out of your wallet as well, and out of your bank account if it's a chronic illness. And so these are 10 pearls to help you live well after 50, but they do apply to 30, 40, 50, 60, all of the different ages. I am celebrating my 62nd birthday here as an August baby. Thank you so much for celebrating with me. And here is to more years of wellness, joy, and living in purpose. So this is Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny. I want you to look, live, and feel well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Plant-Based Penny. And I look forward to seeing you on social media and my upcoming speaking engagement. So make sure you stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube or to my website so that you can have this information and know where it is that I'm showing up next. So I will talk with you later. Thank you so much for joining, and goodbye. Happy birthday to me. Thank you.